Hey guys, what is happening? I just wanted to give a quick channel update this week, as well as just like a little bit of a discussion of some of the things about Games Workshop that have bothered me recently. So yeah, first update, get that out of the way. And the big update is that I am moving. So I'm going into a different apartment in a little bit less than a month. Yeah, I'm gonna be moving, so at some point I'm gonna have to pack up all my gear. And I'm going to try to make a backlog of videos to help cover all of the non-recordability I'll have in the future, so I can keep putting out videos on a weekly basis, because I think that's really important. But also just wanted to let you guys know if there is a gap in content and videos, that is why. It's because I just have a lot of stuff on my plate right now with the whole move process. Just there might be some hiccups. There might be a week or two where there isn't a video or something like that. So I'm just asking for your forgiveness and a little bit of understanding. But on to the actual meat of today's discussion. As you can see, there's no background behind me. There's not a whole lot going on here. It's just me and you. Because there's been so much stuff that has just been like slightly bothering me about GW lately, and I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, have a discussion. Hopefully it doesn't get too ranty. If it does, I'll try and cut it out in the edit. The first thing I want to talk about though is the new kill team. By the time this video goes up, it will be, I believe, the exact release date of White Dwarf 468 in the North American region, at least the US. I'm not sure if it'll be available here in Canada yet, because I don't think there's been an official word on that, but I would assume there would be. In this White Dwarf, there is, I think, a full like 15 or 16 pages of an AdMech Kill Team edition that counts as its own separate faction aside from the one that we get in the Kill Team Compendium. And the Kill Team Compendium is really where the issue lies here. In this issue of White Dwarf, you get access to a Hunter Clade kill team. And in this kill team, it has its own abilities, it has strategic ploys, tactical ploys, tac ops, special rules, rare equipment, assets, requisitions, all sorts of things, just like Imperial Guard veterans or the commandos that came in the kill team third, the new kill team starter box. It has all of those rules. It also has new abilities and unit types that you can take, which include, you know, Skitarii with enhanced data tethers or Omnispexes. But not only that, the alphas have additional unit abilities not found in the compendium. The Vanguard have additional abilities not found in the compendium. Also, the Sicarian Ruststalkers have additional abilities. The Sicarian Infiltrators have additional, like, everything has additional abilities. And in the compendium, in the Forge World kill team, no unit has special abilities. There are 0 special abilities. And in fact, they took some of the abilities that were something that cost command points, basically a stratagem, and they made those free abilities in the Hunter Clade kill team. So this is stuff like the Control Edict ability existed in the Forge World kill team as a tactical ploy. There's a lot more ploys in this. There's a lot more abilities. There's a lot more interest and unit variation, and just everything about this is just a strict improvement over the compendium kill team. But it just kind of begs the question, why isn't this in the compendium? Why not have the compendium have an actual kill team like this, and why release it in a magazine? I mean, the clear answer is so you can buy the magazine and GW makes more money, but think about it in the flip a little bit, you know? If I'm playing AdMech as a kill team, I'm not gonna buy the compendium for a bunch of armies that are boring, that I don't want to play, that have no abilities, no ploys, nothing going for them, I'll just buy this issue of White Dwarf, which costs a significantly less amount of money. Still, you know, something, but it contains all of the rules of the faction I want to play in a much more appealing manner. Why not just have that in the compendium? If you put compelling, interesting kill teams in the compendium, I'd buy it, you know? Like, there's no reason not to. It'd be a great value if I want to play kill team. But if I'm only planning to build one, maybe two kill teams, then I'm just gonna wait for the White Dwarf issues to come out and just buy those, which is a lot less money than GW would make if everybody who wanted to play a kill team got the compendium. You know, it seems like it was a rushed product when it didn't need to be. This edition of kill team have been in the works years ago, and this Hunter Clade kill team came out almost immediately after the starter set, which means they probably got other kill teams like this already written, already prepared for plenty of factions. We already have the Tau and Sisters of Battle getting new kill teams in their box set, and that I don't think is that big of an issue. A box set with unique models that provides unique kill teams like the the guard veteran and the orc commandos, I think that's okay. It's not great, and it was really bad when those were the only interesting kill teams in the entire game. I mean, you know, if you're a Space Marine player right now, your option is to take a squad of intercessors, and that's it. That's your kill team. Like, it's terrible if you're a Space Marines player. And I get what they're kind of trying to go for with that, where it's like one box equals one kill team. Like, you could at least have a couple of mix and match options, you know what I mean? They seem to push really heavily into that without considering that most people who are interested in playing kill team probably already have access to models. I get that it is somewhat of an entry level game, but it's also like a much less well-known game. It doesn't really have the 40k brand recognition that the traditional tabletop game has along with it. I don't even know if my friend group really even knew about Kill Team until I like specifically told them about it. And they're all people who play 40k. So like, this is a weird kind of target audience. Like, the player who knows about Kill Team but is just getting into the hobby and buying their first box of Space Marines is like, that's an extremely rare segment, I think. Like, they were like, we need to get every faction on paper somewhere because people are gonna get mad if they can't play their units, which is understandable, but it's like literally less than the minimum expected kind of value that you would get from that. Like, there's essentially zero rules on all of these kill teams, and they're all just super vanilla and bland and really uninteresting, I think, to play. It's really disheartening to see a game launch with like two basically fun factions and the rest is just like, well, you can use your models, but you're not gonna want to. I'm looking into Necromunda these days as a skirmish game. It would be an extra investment for sure, but like, it looks kind of fun. I like the role-playing aspect to it. I like the granularity of like the upgrades and the sort of storytelling you can get away with that isn't really present in Kill Team. So definitely been looking at that as an alternative, and the model kits are a lot cheaper. I did also pick up a box of Sister Repentia recently to do a kill team because I have a very specific modeling concept that I want to go with for them. So that's more of like a hobby-based thing, but it's also like, hey, I get a kill team out of it, so might as well. So that's Kill Team. The other thing, Warhammer Plus. I became a annual Warhammer Plus subscriber. I still think it was ultimately worth it for the Vindicare Assassin model that looks absolutely gorgeous. That's the primary reason I paid for it, and I think is the primary driver of value for me. The animations are okay so far. Recently they released the first Astartes on Warhammer TV, and I'm like, that should have been there on day one. You know, there's no reason to not have that. It was already released on Warhammer Community. It's already been on YouTube for far long before that. There's zero reason that Astartes should not be on Warhammer TV day one. Being set aside, animations, they're fine. Battle reports have been fine. They're like pretty well produced, I would say. And the app is meh at best. There's a couple of like really glaring errors that prevent me from making my army list on it. Like Agents of the Imperium, if I want to take an Inquisitor or Assassin without using a battlefield slot, I can't. If I want to take some Engine Seers, or if I want to take Datasmith without using a battlefield slot, I can't. These are abilities that are in our codex and that I can see inside the app, but it doesn't let me do this. But this is also a trend that has existed in pretty much every new codex release, is that some units don't take a battlefield slot if you have a certain configuration. This is a massive problem. If the app doesn't support that, it's so hard to make a legal list that follows the new codex rules if the app doesn't let you. I mean, I get it, you know, software development is hard. I am a software developer, I understand this. But this is a product that people are paying for all the time, and these are like some major kind of blocking issues when the rules interactions just aren't working in ways that they're intended to, or even at all in some cases. And there are free alternatives that are doing better jobs at it. You know, tools like Battlescribe, it doesn't cost anything, and it actually handles all of the rules interactions properly. It also is easier to navigate. The UI is much more intuitive. So there's a lot of issues with the app, and I do have faith. I really hope that they're working on it, you know? And, you know, software is always going to have bugs, but these are like some pretty bad ones that really impede core functionality of the application. I just really cannot use the app. Unfortunately, it would be cool to be able to use the app, because then I could just have everything in my phone really easily accessible. But that's literally not an option. I can't put my list into the app. There was also no option, as far as I could tell, to make a Crusade force, which is really disappointing as well, because Crusade is like a new cool thing that no one is really doing a good job handling right now. So I think it'd be a great way for GW to jump on the opportunity to have sort of Crusade management into the app, managing not only the list, but like XP, unit upgrades, battle ranks, you know, things of that nature would be super useful. But I don't even see an option to make a Crusade army list at the moment. So, you know, that one's free, GW. You can take that and run with it. I'm not going to charge you anything for that idea. But that's just about it, what I had today. You know, a little bit of a life update, a little bit of a rant, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. I do have some new builds on the way. I have some ideas for other Color Theory 40K videos. I have, hopefully when I move, I can start doing painting stuff, because I'd love to do more painting stuff on stream. I just don't have a setup for it right now. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming in the pipeline. I might be doing some more lore reviews as well. I'm not really sure. Those don't seem to perform as well as the kit bashing stuff, which is understandable. I think it's a little bit more of a niche audience, but that's okay too. We'll see. Maybe I'll experiment with the format. Maybe I'll, you know, rebrand them or something like that. And the first homebrew review is in the works, kind of. Technically, I'm just waiting for some materials to get to me so I can start working on it. But I do have someone who is interested in showing off their homebrew army. So I'm pretty excited for that, because I think it's going to be a pretty cool segment. Anyway, that has been me, and that has been you. And if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the lore reviews. Do you think they're worth it, doing book reviews and things like that? Would love to get some actual feedback there. Otherwise, have a great rest of your night. Be sure to stay subscribed so you don't miss a single video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.